Greetings, all players. Happy New Year. Yeah, I'm actually using my mic. Check that out. So, where are we at in last year's save? And what are we going to do with this year's save? I got to start a whole new save. We're at 219,914. It's 219,214 point something, 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 three on the dark side. How you doing, Arpediatura? Kind of keeping track of what we did last year. So Jeb's still on the beach, like on day one. Over there. We have full network in the Kerbin system, of course. We have full network in every system, pretty much. So if I want to carry that over, there's several bases on Kerbin itself, including it's the UFO where Urban Venture is, and Ice King, and the Expedition. Yeah, I can't figure out what's going on with my mic. I don't know. I don't know why it's low again. I'm trying to unplugging it and plugging it back in. I don't know if that helped. I tried boosting the gain and turning down the volume of the game and doing some other stuff, but I don't know. So the main base here, orbit. God, that's a lot of crap. Uh, see how many flights I have? What's my time clock? All right, it's year 110. Year 110. Day 249. Last day I can mess with the save. I don't even remember what that is. There's the lab. Okay. Got to show you the lab. We got to do a tour. All the main crafts in each system so we can document the save and all that good stuff. I think for my next save, I'm going to replicate some of this stuff on the other planets. Like I might start out with a full network system so I don't have to worry about communications. Still got science to transmit. I never transmitted. I'm not going to touch it though. All right, where's their little cards? All right. She's been all over the place. Kerbin, Sun, Moho, Eve, Gilly, Minimus, and the Mun. Way to go. And this one's just orbiting around Kerbin. Oh, I thought she'd been more places. There's only two Kerbals here? Okay. Seems like there was more. You're just scientists? Yeah. Empty. Okay. Yep, just two. So that thing's traveled around the solar system quite a bit. Been to Eve and back and everything. Check out the Mun. We got a whole mining system. Different locations on the Mun. 4 different spots, I believe. It's not really efficient to refill at the Mun, but we have it. And we have a elevator by the Mun Arch. Pretty sure it's on the safe. Pretty sure if I load it up, it'll explode. Dun dun dun. Yeah. So this is the tanker craft. It's for delivery to wherever. And this is the thing that hops down to the Mun and refills all the ore and everything like that. And this broke off one of these. So it became a separate craft. And yeah. This lab doesn't have any science. Nope. More science. And how many Kerbals we got? 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Kerbals here. And they've only been to the Mun. Only been to the Mun. Mun. Only been to the Mun. Yep. Mun and Kerbin. Mun and Kerbin. Mun, Kerbin, and Minimus. Mun and Kerbin. Okay, so most of these guys have just spent most of their time at the Mun. So that's fun. So Mun has full I don't think that's how you spell mining. 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 There we go. To Minimus. Minimus has a full mining setup too. Their lab, I believe, is out of data. I think the one in Kerbin has the most amount of data because I've been sending, return shipments from other planets straight there. This is the poor guy who's borked out on the ship right here. He can't get out of his seat. There's no button to leave seat. He got borked. No, it's got full data. Oh well, could have had more data last year. I just done one more tour. Yeah, so this thing hops down too. Minimus gets a bunch of ore, comes back up. That's the Iris. That's the in situ resource device right there. This thing collects all the data to spread it out to different labs. And this thing's traveled. This thing's been around. So he's been to Minimus, Kerbin, and the Mun. He's been to Minimus and Kerbin. Minimus and Kerbin. There's only 3 here now, right? Only 3 Kerbals. That's where Bill is, see? Min has full mining. I respell that. Totally misspelled it. All right, what's next? What's the next closest planet? These guys are my solar orbiters, I believe, but they'll eventually get to Duna in 100 years or something like that. They live at the sun, orbiting the sun. Just happens to be a orbit that goes from Kerbin to Duna's influences. This was the crippled craft, I believe, that I tried to save that I couldn't save. They got a bunch of data. They're still processing. Look at that. Look at the numbers go up. So they've been to Kerbin, the Mun, Sun, and Eve. Same. Yep, Kerbin, Mun, Sun, Eve. There's only 2? No, there's... And Kerbin and the Sun. So this is the engineer that we picked up when we did the flyby when this thing was crippled because we didn't even have an engineer on board to do anything. And this thing was supposed to have a whole bunch more fuel, but I screwed up my stages. And yeah, that was a trip. That's another 191 science that I didn't collect last year. Great. And that's going around the sun. Yeah, 93 years it intersects with Duna. So what's going on at Duna? What did we get done over here? Duna was the big adventure this year. We circumnavigated Duna with a truck made of 3 labs, and that whole thing's up on YouTube. So I did it a little bit of time warping. I reloaded quite a few times, but I made it all the way around. Big ass truck, polar circumnavigation. So that was a big deal. Yeah. And the lab for Duna is actually over here. Goal for last year was to get 3 Kerbins to every body, and I did that. There's only one that I wish I would have had a better setup for the Kerbals because they're just kind of living in a real small ion ship. And that's another 500 science I didn't collect. This is a full setup here. Look at this. That's the nuclear shit right there from the mod. War production on this bad boy. It's still got lots of fuel. Yeah, I got full ore production at Ike. This is Ike, right? Yeah, Ike. So I got to take note of that. Of course, I got a laboratory at almost everybody. Is this thing completely full? Yeah, that thing's completely full. So that really, this thing's when it detaches, it has enough delta V uh, to get pretty far in the system. Uh, you can do a flyby of Moho. It can definitely get to Eve. Can't land on Eve though. It can definitely get to Draz. It may not be able to stop at Elu, but it could go there, and it might be able to stop at Jewel if it gets a good gravity assist and all that stuff. But it can travel. Can definitely get back to Kerbin. It's still got data collection it can do. Should be sending home. This little ion probe could be sent home to the labs at Eve, or to well, to any lab. So, did we get anything at Moho? No, we did. That one was the challenge. I don't think we got it completely circular. I know we didn't do that. Maybe we should try and make fuel production at Moho, just for the challenge of it. That's just one little ion ship to help get the signal out and about. Probably get the weight down too, so I can get a lower orbit. This was a bigger craft, if I remember right. Yeah, I missed Moho a few times. I know that. Oh, we got way too much oxidizer. So we didn't get a lab here. We didn't get mining going on, but we got quite a few shuttlecrafts and a good relay system. So that's good. We got plenty of parts. So I wouldn't mind copying this craft over to my next save and just putting it at Moho, carrying this one over. That would be all right. I wouldn't mind doing that. Over to Gilly. Moon of Eve. This one is definitely the best mining production I got going on. I can make fuel fast as hell here. Into Kerbin Minimus Mun. It doesn't say that they've been to Eve and all that. So that one's definitely glitched out. You can't always count on these cards. Yeah, that one doesn't even say where he's been. Oh, it's a shame the cards aren't right. Because they've definitely been around Eve. There's no point in looking at all the cards then if they're going to be all glitched out. That's a shame. Yep, so crafts can come down and refuel, and we got plenty of different things that can hook up to them, and other little crafts that can go out and retrieve a craft if it doesn't land too close and it doesn't have good RCS. That's what these are here for. Just to have an extra tug out there. Yeah, he's full of ore. Is this thing off? Yeah. It's still hot, even though it's off. Whatever. It's got a little bit of room for. And then we got a crap load of stuff around Eve. We got a craft that can do a hop, but we can't get off. That craft can do a hop over to the other craft. And there's a truck there that refilled it, but it's really no point. You can just barely get up off Eve out of the atmosphere, but it cannot circularize. That's where I'm at on the save with Eve. I guess I'll try and get off Eve this year. Maybe I'll just spend a month just trying to get off Eve with cheating crafts onto the surface. Yeah, this is Eve's lab. Got plenty of room for ore. Got plenty of room for fuel, both liquid and oxidizers. So this is the lab from the mods. It's still got a whole bunch of science on it that I never cashed in. It's probably going to be 250. That's the maximum for this one. And then this ship, oh my God, when this is full, it can get you almost anywhere. It's mainly meant just to drop on Eve to have another habitat to get people down there. So we got one like emergency drop ship or an emergency return to Kerbin craft right there. It can hold at least so 4 in here, 2 in there. So 6 return. That's not bad. That's cool. And then, if you hook it up to this thing, I can get all the way to Joule. So yeah, we got a lot of crap down here on Eve. Those guys will never get off. They're stuck there forever. And we got a truck lab too, ready to drop on Eve that I never could fix the heating on. Get down, but the tires blow up. You have to send people down to repair it anyway. So I just never felt like doing that. All right, we're off to Dres. On with the tour. Old Dres. Dres. Dres Ferry. Dres Hut. We have a Dres Hut. I think Dres, we have people on the surface. And then a mothership circling with the pilot up top. And the scientist and the engineer on the surface, I think. No lab. No Kerbal. Okay. It's just a rendezvous ship. It's just their return ship for when they get off the surface, I believe. I don't know what the Dres ferry is. We'll check that out. It was just extra infrastructure. This guy's probably out of gas. No, he's got half gas. Oh. Check that out. That's a pretty cool looking ship. Yeah, it's just another return plan to try and get home. It's only got about 1,000 Delta V though. So it really needs to be circularized and refueled and all that stuff. There weren't the ports to do it with that hut. Right, these are the guys on the surface. Right there. .6 lab. So this must have been the 4th lab that I sent out, maybe 5th. Probably the 4th lab with the 2nd iteration of the 4th lab. I guess. 4.6. All right, it says Kerbin, Mun, Minimus, Sun, Dres. Sun, Dres. Yep. Mun, Sun, Dres. How many? Oh, we got 2 engineers. Nice. Okay. Mun, Sun, Dres. Okay. So we got the pilot, scientist, 2 engineers. And we have mining capability. There's our drill. There's our ISRU. We're completely full. So we can get off this planet whenever we want. Send these guys home. Because that would be enough fuel to reach the other craft. Then we could either refuel that craft, land back and refuel this thing again. This is a fully capable system. Fully capable system. I like it. Conquered. Any infrastructure we want to address. The next save. It is conquered. Okay, I'm going to go to Elu before Jewel, because Jewel's just a lot. And then we got another lab moving along right out here, too. There, a time clock somewhere, I think. Maneuver. We're not worried about them anymore. Alright, this is the one with the pilot, I think. Yeah, this is the one with the pilot in the lab. And the scientist on the surface. So we had sent a bunch of landers out, and we just never finished the adventure. So it's an unfinished expedition from last year. It'll just never get done. What's his little card say? Come on, load in. It says Kerbin Mun Minimus. Okay. Why doesn't it say the sun? Why doesn't it say the planet that you're friggin' circling now? What the hell? So I got a couple other ships. I got a lander there. I don't think it's got enough fuel to land. Then I got these guys down here. So this is almost conquered. If I send one more fuel delivery here, then it would be completely conquered. Completely. That lander ran out of fuel and can't land and pick up the guys on the surface. Because I am not the best pilot, people. That's just the way it is. Yep. It says Ioncraft can get anywhere on the surface. So I can get anywhere on the surface. I conquered it like that. So as long as I get the lander down, I can go meet up with it. Because this thing's got plenty of there it is. Xenon. I was like, this thing's got plenty of xenon gas. And I couldn't find any. There it is. See? It's got like 4,000 delta V. It just doesn't have enough thrust to weight to get off the surface. And I tried several simulations of shedding as much weight as possible. That battery is just heavy as shit. So, yeah. Between that battery and this can, those ions just are not going to do it. So, yeah. Look at all the data. This one's going to have tons of data. Store data 13. I think there's more data up here. There's 4 right there. So, yeah, if I can get the data off here, ooh, that would have been good. We're already at like 200,000 science. Not needed. So we got Kerbals in every system so far. Proof. Kerbals at everybody. As did it. Alright, focus on Lathe. This was my Lathe landing. It might blow up when I switch to it, but that's okay. Don't matter. This is the lab that's by the water. I might as well just turn it into a boat. Try my best to stand it upright, and it's just no flat surface anywhere around it. There's nothing I can do. Boop. And it's full of data. Could have transmitted that 500 right there. So it says Joule, Lathe, Sun, Minimus, Mun, Kerbin. Lathe, Joule, Sun, Kerbin. Lathe, Joule, Sun, Minimus, Mun, Kerbin. Lathe, Joule, Sun, Mun, Kerbin. That's it. 1, 2, 3. So we got an extra engineer again. Scientist, 2 scientists. Okay. Because we're going to have a lot of science. We never transmitted. See if it'll let me switch. Val was a big hub, I'm sure. Here's the Val lab. We had several ships pass by Val, I believe. Used that as a breaking point quite a few times. Yep, so there's a laboratory here. Data's not processed. We have scientists going on. Yeah, didn't hit start research. Maybe it was having battery problems with this thing. Yeah, electric charge isn't full. I don't know why. Okay, we have Val, Tylo, Lath, Jewel, Drez, Sun, Kerbin. Val, Tylo, Lath, Jewel, Drez, Sun, Kerbin. Same thing. That's 3. And look at all these supplies, all the cargo room on this thing. We got plenty of places to live. We got that extra ship to send data wherever they want. 26 data right there. They got enough chutes to go land on Val if they want, or whatever that other planet is. Lath, yeah. If they refuel, find a way to refuel, they can get home. They got ions, so they can transfer to any other system in the Jewel area. It's pretty good craft. A lot of stuff stuck to it. Let's move on to Tylo. Tylo had a lot of crap at it too, yeah. See, there's a ship, there's a ship. Got lots of relays. Got our tugs. I think this was a bigger craft too. It's got a hopper on it. I don't know if that thing's got. I think I tried to get that thing down and back up. I'm not sure. I don't think it worked. It was full of data. Never sent it back. Still had much more data I could have sent. All right, how many Kerbals we got? We have a scientist who's been to Val, Tylo, Jewel, Sun, Minimus, Kerbin. Because these guys refueled at Minimus as well. So Val, Tylo, Jewel, Sun, Minimus, Kerbin. Val, Tylo, Jewel, Sun, Minimus, Kerbin. Flyby Val, Orbit Tylo, Jewel, Sun, Minimus, and Kerbin. There you go. We got an engineer, 2 engineers, a pilot, and your scientist right there. Go. Not that much cargo room from what I remember. Yeah, it's no cargo room on this. Really. It's a shame. I think that thing's got the cargo. Didn't show up when I hit the button. Crazy. Good afternoon. Happy New Year. What's going on? Yep, just doing a synopsis of last year's game save. I'm not going to transmit any data. I'm going to preserve the save as it is. So we're just going to hop around, take a look at what all I got accomplished. Maybe we'll transfer some of this stuff to the new save of this year. Setting up all the networks and everything's fun and all, but yeah, I've done that a lot. So maybe I'll just transfer some of the technology, communications networks that I have up to the new save. So I think these are the guys that need better living conditions because they're just in a little ion ship. Yeah. So you got three guys in this little ion ship, and they got plenty of Delta V. They can get back and forth to any other ship in the Joule system, but they don't have enough delta thrust to weight to land. They might. No, I don't think they do. I think I've tried to make them land. And it wasn't good. All right, they've been to Tylo, Val, Joule, Sun, Kerbin. Tylo, Val, Joule, Sun, Minimus, Mun, Kerbin. Tylo, Val, Joule, Sun, Kerbin. So he's been more places. Alfred, you're my hero. So I would test this, but it's not last year. Can't play the save anymore. All right, going to poll. We're almost done. Is that the last body? Yeah, this is the last body. It's your last checkup. Their infrastructure and systems. It's an ion hut. And I think we had guys land. We didn't get back off this planet. Or moon, whatever. I don't see a flag. Yeah, there's a flag. See? So we've been there and gotten back off. So I would say this plane is pretty much conquered. Oh, they want to offer me a promotion. Ooh. Is there a mod available to squash that? Banned. There we go. Happy New Year. We banned a bot. All right, what do we got? Where are we at? We're at the last place, and these guys got off the planet. Does it say that? No, Minimus Moon Carbon, so they're completely broken too. Minimus Moon Carbon, Minimus Moon Carbon, and I think this is the craft that got off of that body down there. Yeah, because they're missing the ground cargo, I think. Yeah. And then they still have enough Delta V, right? To go somewhere. They got ions. They should be able to get shut down. Shut down. Yeah, they got 4,000 Delta V. They should be able to get back home if they wanted to Kerbin. Because they're in the edge of the Joule system. Or they can go anywhere in Joule. is our main infrastructure that we got going on last year. I don't even know if I want to start the new save today. I might get some motivation to do it. Still gonna jump on Fallout 76 here in a little bit and check on some things like that. Just want to do this here recording. What's this guy? All right, this must have been a ship that I sent after them, and it didn't make it. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's fine. They got enough Delta V to get to this thing and have even more living space. And then the guys who need living space are one planet away. Right? And Bob, so they could, whenever they want, they can just come over here and chill out in this thing. Get some more room to stretch their Kerbin legs. Those guys, I don't know. I don't know about these guys. I think they were trying to get to Jewel. I think they have enough Delta V. I don't know. These guys might be a rescue mission type thing. Oh yeah, I was trying to deliver that nuclear thing. And it ran out of fuel. Yeah, these guys are circling the sun for a long ass time. I was trying to deliver this to Jewel. I don't know why. I don't think I need it, but it seemed like a good idea at the time. Now they're just circling the sun. So they've been to Lathe, Tylo, or they've been to Jewel. Lathe, Tylo, Jewel, Sun, Minimus, Kerbin. Lathe, Tylo, Jewel, Sun, Minimus, Kerbin. Lathe, Tylo, Jewel, Sun, Minimus, Kerbin. So yeah, that's it. 3 of them. Pilot, scientist, engineer. And they're holding on to 250 science and a crap load of data that I've never transmitted. But that's fine. It's whatever. So this would have been like a 300,000 science save. I would have at least processed everything from all the labs. That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous. Is that everything? Yeah, we did Tyler first. These guys have a meeting with Tylo. It looks like. Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys are going somewhere. We're going to Jewel in 200 years. 200 years, 27 days. They're going to meet up with Jewel. Okay. Well, not this year, because we are done with the save. We're going to do one more save. Save game. Save 99. We're going to call it Finn 99. It's the end of the year. Oh. Let's go back to Space Center. Take a look at that sweet, sweet science number again. I don't know. The goal should be to focus on one planet, I think, this year. Just get as many Kerbals to and from that planet as possible. That might be the thing to do. All right, we were at 219, 914 science point three, and a bunch of other science left in the labs, all over the place. We just left it. We got unrecovered stuff all over the place. Unrecovered science. We got the UFO. Yeah, let's go check on the UFO before we end out. That was a fun adventure. So I flew all the way over there several times, taking supplies, building a containment building around it. It's crazy. Crazy, I tell you. Where the hell's Kerb? Right there. Another look at the UFO. We got Boisman, Ice Queen, Ice King. We got Urban Venture. We got a bunch of people over there. That's all right. A lot more parts in the scene. It's going to take a second to load. Here goes. Bam. Another truck lab right there. Bunch of Kerbals out. There's Ice King right there. Bunch of random Kerbals. This craft's cool. I like this thing. A lot of parts. Thing fell down. There's Boisman. Boys chilling in the chair. Perpetual Sun. Chilling. Bunch of parts I should get rid of, and there it is. There's the start of the building containment. Yes. Yes. Got the drills drilling into it. Got the clawing it. All hooked up to the UFO. Got the border going around it so I can contain the whole thing. It's going to pull off all these panels and put them on here. Build a whole ship around this thing. That'd be cool. Got plenty of robotic drift going on right there. Isn't that wonderful? That's what happens when you get a big ass save like this, you know? So I'm done with it. Quit the main menu. Done with that. Kerbal of 2023. Will also be a science save, I guess. Because I don't like career. Sandbox is cool, but you can't actually do anything with the science. So I just like to keep track of the science. Y'all have a happy new year. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. This was a journey into last year's game save. And we are out. Thank you very much. Have a happy new year.